The next one is the conditional column. And lastly, we will take a look at column from examples. The conditional column, we can define some kind of bucketing or binning using this conditional column feature. And column from examples, we will take a look at it. This is also one of the very interesting feature. Okay, very interesting feature. Even if you want to perform complex data formatting, right, or data transformation, it is very much handy to do that just by pointing and clicking it. Okay, we will take a look at this interesting feature also shortly. And first, we will proceed with understanding what is custom column here. Okay, let me open the Power BI desktop. So they use in some cases net profit margin percentage, something like they will tell net profit margin, something like net profit. So you need to be familiar with at least of 5 to 10 KPIs, key performance indicators, like a net profit margin and cost of goods sold. Likewise, okay, whichever domain that you specify it in your resume as a project, real-time project, right? So you need to be familiar with at least 5 to 10 KPIs like this net profit margin, something like that. Okay. For example, the case of SEO, search engine optimization, the click to conversion ratio, something like that. Okay. In the search engine optimization, how many number of, let's say, you have given an advertisement in Google, and your ad is displaying in Google web page, or sorry, in the Google ranking. Okay. And so there, how many number of people clicked, how many of them, how many out of those clicked ads, right? Customers clicked my ad, how many of them actually got converted? Likewise, different domain will have different KPIs. We will discuss a separate in a separate session about that. Don't worry. So here, the simple thing is the formula for this one is net profit divided by total revenue. Revenue, total revenue into 100. Okay, this is the one will give you net profit margin. Something like this, they'll expect you to create a new column in addition to the existing one. They will not tell you to create a new column because they are business people. They don't know what the how to do all the things. Let me open this one itself. This one doesn't have much data in it. So net profit divided by total revenue, or the net sales, net profit by net sales divided by net profit divided by net sales into 100 can give you the net profit margin instead of total revenue, right? So we can say net sales. So net profit margin, you can get it. Okay, got it. So we'll explore each and every one of them here in the Power BI desktop. Here we already have good data here. Okay, I just go to the transform data, Power Query editor. And here I just select sales fact. Here I have quantity, sales amount, and cost price is there. Okay, and cost price. Okay, so I just go to the add column. You need to click on the add column. Okay, so you need to select this ribbon to create a new column. Look here, when you select this ribbon add column, you know the entire menu got changed now. The column from example, custom column, invoke custom function, and conditional column. Okay, all these things plus duplicate column. You can, you know, if you simply click select any column and if you click on duplicate, it will get copied. Okay, duplicate column as the name, and also you can create index. We'll start with take a look at how to create a custom column. So this is my custom column. Sometimes, okay, what we will do is here I just create cost price. Look here on the right side here we can find the cost price. You don't have to type it manually. Cost price into the quantity. The quantity is where is that? This is my listen. I'm going to say cost of goods sold. COGS. I'm going to create a new column by the name of cost of goods sold. Cost price into quantity. And this is my actual sales 100. This is my, you know, the actual cost price of, you know, the products for the two product of P001. So this is the product for P001 product, and yeah, P001 product. We sold two items in this line item. 2 units we sold, and for those two units, we made $100 sales. But the actual cost for these two are 80. Okay, and if you look at the, you know, cost of goods sold and sales amount, most of the cases this one will be more, this is less, because this is selling price is kind of the actual price, and rarely you will find the sales amount right will be lesser than your cost of goods sold. So here it's 70, everything is fine. And what I'm see now, what I did, I created a new column called cost of good, and the next step is I need to subtract the cost of goods from sales amount. Okay, and to determine the profit, something else. You just think that way. Custom column, net profit. So here the formula is slightly different. I'm going because my sales amount is already there, and my this one. So what is the formula? Okay, here net profit by total revenue, right? So something like net profit. I have not yet arrived. So we are going to arrive the profit now only. Sales amount minus the cost of goods sold. So this is the profit, net profit. So actually we need to subtract tax and all. In this data set, we don't have tax and all. Hence, I call this a net profit as far as this data set is concerned because of limitations. Okay, we don't have the profitability and all. Sorry, the tax amount and all. So what you can do is you can add some tax amount. For example, if the sales amount is above 60. So roughly, just for to simulate, right? You create a tax column here. This is an assignment. The tax column, what you do, take the sales amount, multiply it by 0.3 percentage or so, randomly, right? You do it. So what you do is, and then here you need to subtract the tax also, right? And you take that as net revenue. Net revenue minus the cost of goods sold, right? So in that case, you will get some value. That is what your net profit. So once you arrive your net profit, and the next step is net profit margin. So net profit divided by total revenue or net revenue into 100. That is what your net profit divided by net revenue into 100. So that is what your net. So now you understood how we can create the new columns. Okay, based on the cost of goods I've created based on the existing data set. Okay, and based on the existing data set, we can create it. Okay, net profit. We created it, and okay, this is how you can create the custom column in Power Query Editor. And it is not that we are going to create a single column. Sometimes you may have to create more than one columns also, even to arrive a single thing. For example, to arrive a net profit, I need to know the cost of goods sold. But here, if you select here, or you can do the logic in a single thing itself. Okay, instead of having two columns, the single column itself we can do it. But to make it very transparent and simple or legible, we create it in two new columns. Okay, and if you click on the added custom, see, this is the one we did. So on the right side, just beneath the applied steps, if you wanted to see the logic that you used it in this one, right? And next one is, sorry, the net profit. This is for net profit, and this added two custom column that we added it. Behind the scene, this M query, M language got, this is called your M language, table dot add column. Okay, and we don't have to write this M language. It is automatically generated behind the scene. Okay. Okay, and here cost price into quantity. Okay, you can use this one. And this is one way of doing it. Okay. Fine. So the next one is we will create the conditional column. I'm going to click on this thing. Okay, conditional column. In the conditional column, we are going to create a, we can create, with the help of this one, we can create some kind of bucket. For example, in this case, okay, we will take the sales column as a base column, sales amount. And if the sales amount is greater than, no, is, so first we'll start with is less than, okay, less than 100. I'm going to put 100 here. So here we can see that if condition, if the sales amount is less than, operator also pretty simple, just click on it and select it, is less than 100. And you can see here, you have a select a column or enter value. We have entered the value directly here, or you can use a existing column. Okay, if this column is less than this column, do something. Okay, you can do it that way also. But here I'm not going to choose any column. Instead, I just type the value as it is. Okay, sales amount is less than 100. Then what I do is I just say the sales is low. Okay, and then click on add class. Look here, we have something has add class is available here. When you click on it, you can add multiple if conditions, because I wanted to create three. I want to classify this data set with three types of sales. One is high sales, medium sales, low sales. Else if the same thing, sales amount is greater than 100, anything greater than 100, then I say medium. Okay, and then add a thing. And then if the sales amount, okay, here I say is less than, okay, here it will cost some is greater than or equal to 100. And if you wanted to delete any specific condition, let's say I wrongly mentioned it here. If you think that way, on the right side of this, you will find three dots. This is called ellipses. If you click on this, you will have an option. Okay. You can also move this up or down, or you can delete it. Okay. Supposing I want this to move up and down, I can do it. And here I say anything above um, 500. Let's say anything above 500 is high. High sales. And importantly, when you do customer profiling, or right, so you can take their income. Those customers' income is falling in less than something and or between something. In that case, you can create a bucketing like this. So in the case of customer profiling, we want to understand who is the high potential customer or medium potential, low potential customers. And if we get to know, those customers are high potential customers, later point in time, we can target those customers to propose or recommend to buy any new products which we launch it with a higher cost. The product cost is very high and only those customers can afford to buy it. For example, in the case of car, so we are launching a new Lamborghini car model. Okay, it costs around 60 lakhs and above. Only the high income group people can afford to buy. There is no point in sharing brochures with the low income group people, right? So in that kind of cases, this kind of profiling, we need to do some kind of bucketing. This is called bucketing. Okay, and now I just click on OK. Let me see what is happening here. Look here, the custom column got created, right? So here I just go here and okay, added conditional column. Earlier it was added custom one, added custom. But if you see the logic here, when you select, on the right side, so these are the steps will get registered automatically here. Okay, the sequence of steps, whatever we perform or carry out against our data, that one will be captured here. This is for our reference, what we did previously. See, earlier what we did, we created a new column called, look here, add column, cost of goods sold, cost price into quantity. And also it is good if you remember at least a few functions like this table dot add column, remove column. In the interview, they'll ask you, what are the M language functions? Can you tell me at least 5 or 6 M language functions? If you tell them, they'll be happy. Fine. Okay, the next one is with this one, we can see this one and added conditional column, because now we have added a conditional column. Here I can see it is not the right way of doing it. I don't need the quotes around it. Ideally, we should have removed that. You need to remove only one. So remove two. Okay, and I just test it and press enter. Okay, and if you click on the drop down here, so look here, the low, it is not surrounded by double quote. Similarly, if I go here and I remove the two double quotes, see if I put, if I want the value to be enclosed by double quote, it puts additional, two double quotes, right? Two double quotes. But anyhow, we don't need it. I have mistakenly given it there. Okay, here medium. Look here. Now it is medium. The sales is medium. So if I wanted to see it as part of my analysis, I wanted to see. And if you click on here, and you will find low, medium, but high is not there. There is something wrong with the logic. Okay, what is the problem with the logic? How do I go and fix it? Look here, added conditional column, select it, and the right side, just close to this, right? You will find the wheel. Click on the wheel. It will open up the conditional column window again. And here, if the sales amount, we can see that medium and low was taken into account. High, it was not assigning or flagging high to the sales amount, which are more than 500. Look here, I have made a mistake here, equals. So sales amount equals, right? So here it is ideally is greater than or equal to, right? Is greater than or equal to 500, it is high. So this is how you can modify it. Supposing you made a mistake and later point in time you want to fix it, you just go to this step, right? The added condition. This is where we added the conditions. And if you see the sales amount is greater than or equal to 500, then high, yes. But still, when I click on this one, let me just press enter. And if I go here, still I don't see. Okay, and still I need to make some changes here. So here, the sales amount is less than 100, it is printing low, and is greater than or equal to 100 medium. And here, what we will do is enter a value. Okay, then see here. So we have something called else, right? We have something called else is there. And if the condition is true, put 100. Sorry, if the condition is true, which means sales amount is less than 100, low. Else, what do you want? So null, you put null here. You need to look at this one also. If the sales amount is less than 100, you put, since we have used multiple else if, right? If the sales amount is less than 100, put low. Else you do this, and else you do this. Else, you can add final else also here. Since I did not put anything here, it is simply, the default one is it shows a null here. Let me just select here. Is greater than or equal to is less than or equal to. Okay, I just put it here. Okay, instead of saying less than or equal to, right? So I say I just define it something like less than or equal to 600 is medium. And let's say 601 and above is greater than or equal to, or simply I say 600. Now we are able to get all the three conditions, medium, and just validate here. So high, low, medium. Got it? Though it appears simple, sometimes what will happen is when you specify the logic incorrectly, you will not find the all three categories. Though you have the data in your data set matching to these conditions, because the condition, whatever you mentioned, incorrect, right? It is not correct. Logically, it is not correct, but syntactically, it is correct. So earlier I mentioned sales amount is equal to 500. So there is no record has the value 500 in the sales amount column. Hence, it was not showing anything related to high. And also, even after changing it to is greater than, and some confusion was happening. And here I mentioned it like is less than or equal to 600, which means is less than or equal to 600. Okay, anything is less than or equal to 600 medium. Anything is greater than 600 high. So then it is working fine. So this is how you can create a conditional column. Even in the case of, let's say, customer profiling, if you want to do it, you can do it that way also. And also in the case of customer profiling, like I said, the customer income column is there in that customer data set. And based on that income column, you can create a bucket like high income, low income, medium income by specifying the conditions like this. And another situation where we use conditional columns or something like this one, customer age. You have the customer's date of birth is there, and you are going to create a segment, the customer segment. Okay, the less than 30-year-old customer and less than 40 or 50, 60, because for different age group, the purchase preference also changes, isn't it? So in that case, we need to do the profiling based on the age segment. So those kind of situations, we will use the customer age column or date of birth column, something like that. Okay, with that, in that case, it's a customer date of birth is there, and you need to compute the age. And once you compute the age, the next step is that look here. I have got data set called dim customer, and here date of birth is that. This is an assignment for you all. Give it a try. So how to extract, how to convert this is a age. Okay, anyhow, I'll show you how to get age from this one, because we have not seen how to work with the date column to extract the age and all. So that one I will show you. And then what you do is with this, you need to create a new custom column to extract age, convert this as age. Okay. And how do you find out the age of a person? Simple thing, right? What is his date of birth? And today's date minus date of birth. That is the one will give you the age. So you need to find out the age here. And then you need to create another column by the name of age bucket. Okay. So, and the age bucket should tell, so between so and so age, they are, less than 30. Let's say a person is less than 30, less than 30, and 30 to 39, 40 to 49, 50 to 59. Likewise, you can create the category. Once you create the category, it is very much useful to perform analytics. Which age group prefers which products more, which products they are buying more. Okay, and which age group are spending more. You can find out. You can do a lot of analysis with that. Got it? So this is the one, and the dim customer, you go and create, extract the age. Okay, you need to compute the age. Okay, simply say, you need to compute the age. You have the date of birth column. You can find out. Fine. So these are the situations wherein we create the conditional columns